Gonna sit here and wait for you guys to get here.
I just got the notification. So
Okay, that's my face on your phone.
yeah, I just got the notification.
I
So
see
they
that.
probably all just got it too.
Hi guys. So,
Where's your cuff at? I'm gonna show them.
it's right there.
Where? Was it in it?
Yeah, it's in my purse. Okay. So, we just had to call 911 because I passed out at the neighbor's house. And I guess it scared the neighbor. And so the neighbor called 911. So, like, we'd had a good night. I had been vlogging.
Yeah.
And
Look at what her stats. Definitely
yeah,
low.
so my stuff has been,
What is that? 87 over 40 something.
yeah, that's how it's been, like, off and on all
And we
week.
just had dinner.
Yeah.
It was out of the blue.
And then, hang on, I'm trying to find them. So yeah, like there's been a lot where they've been like 90s over 50s. There's been a lot of, like this one, I was 1 over 5 over 40. And then there's been, like, just lots of lows that I've been having with my blood pressure. I've had, a lot lately. I've had a lot of, like, 80s over 40s, 90s over 50s for the past few weeks. So, this, like, we were vlogging today because we went out to eat. And, so I was feeling okay. Like, I was a little bit low, but I didn't think too much of it. And then, we had a package delivered. And so, it was for the neighbor. And so I went to walk the package down there. I accidentally opened it because I have 2 other packages that came in today. And so I wasn't thinking about it, and then I realized it wasn't mine, and I walked it down. And I explained that to her. We were talking, and I remember, like, having a moment where I just leaned over her couch. I was like, hang on, I'm just having a moment. I don't feel good. And so at that point, I was like, okay, I think I'm just going to go on home and get ready to go to bed. And, just try to lay down. And, stood up the rest of the way, which I had already been standing. And we were still kind of talking, and I was slowly working on leaving. And so, since I've been pregnant, my symptoms have gotten to the point where, like, I've gotten really used to being able to feel it come on to where, I'd have plenty of time to sit down. But the farther along I've gotten in my pregnancy, the less warning I have that I'm going to faint. And I didn't have Max with me. Max was up here with Austin because I literally I walked through our backyard to the neighbor's house real quick.
It was literally like 30 yards. It's like,
Yeah, like I could show you guys through the window their house. Actually, I can do that right now. I can show you. I literally walked to where that light is. That's their house. That's where I walked. So, y'all got to see the light, right? So that light is where I walked, like literally through my backyard. So I just left Max up here because I was only bringing her mail, her package. And I just, they've been very sudden, the farther the pregnancy has gotten. And so I just remember getting weak, vision going black, and like I just started trying to like squat, I guess, like sit in a chair. That's what my doctors tell me. Like if I feel like I'm about to pass out, try to just sit. Like I'm gonna sit in a chair. So that's what I did, and it worked. So my head's fine. My head's not hurting. My butt and my back are, which tells me that I hit my butt and my back before or like first. So the whole like trying to like go into a sit does work. And so if you pass out, start trying that as far as like feel like you're about to pass out, instead of just standing there and hitting the floor like a ton of bricks, lean back like you're gonna sit into a chair. And that can help you, prevent your head. I've got a little bit of headache, like pressure, but like I don't my head's not hurting anywhere. So yeah, that's the last thing that like I remember until, you know, Austin's there. So Austin, I guess what happened in the middle of all of that when I was unconscious? I guess that's the next question.
Oh well, I noticed she was down there for a moment. Longer than it would take to bring a package down there. It only takes 30 seconds to walk down there,
Plus a
and
few minutes of
so
talking.
I figured maybe they were just talking, and all of a sudden I hear like a banging on the door, and I could immediately tell it wasn't Dominique. Uh, it was our our friend Drew that lives there, and it was like, hey man, like Dominique just passed out, and I was like, what, like what happened? Like did you see it? Like what happened? So like
He
I
didn't even have
I
shoes on.
no I didn't, and let me tell you, like my feet must be really tender because those rocks, I tell you. But so I hurried down there, and I seen Dominique on the floor, and I immediately put my hand behind her head, and they had an ambulance on the phone, and
Yeah,
so
they called 911, which
she
is understandable.
she didn't know, like she'd never seen that, she didn't know what to expect, and so she handed me the phone, and I started talking to him, and so I was trying to talk to Dominique at the same time, try to get a
Yeah, I
response
think
from
that was
her,
about the time like I
and
was starting to
and
kind of come to.
and I was trying to just give the medic over the phone like what I know, and like what what Dominique's told me. I let him know that she has dysautonomia, and her blood pressure will drop, and this can happen, and usually it's just she's unconscious for like what is it, like maybe like a minute.
Sometimes it can be seconds, sometimes it can be minutes. It just depends on how long it takes my body to restabilize.
But it seemed like it was longer than it should have been this time, which really concerned me,
But that I feel like that's due to the pregnancy because
and
that's how that was with Liam. I was unconscious a lot longer with Liam.
I was concerned. Of course, for the baby. I'm glad. I'm glad. I hate that it happened, but I'm glad like she went backwards with it, and then her hitting her head. She's had so many head injuries. That's the last thing she needs is another injury.
Let me clarify, I have felt the baby move since this, so the baby is okay.
And I let she started coming to her eyes. She started opening her eyes and talking, and I told him that, and you know. Then Dominic wanted to speak with him, so I handed the phone to her.
Austin seemed like he was having a hard time trying to explain the condition. He was doing a good job. So like as I was like
I was
coming
really
to,
giving him terms and like what I was used to, you know,
but it's
what I was
not
used
something
to.
you've really had to deal with. I mean, Austin has had to carry me to the car before to bring me to the ER, in the past because of stuff like this. But
When the medic got there, I was really surprised that he was educated about what
yeah, that
dysautonomia
was the first thing
was.
I asked the medic was,
That was
"Are you
relieving.
aware of what? Are you aware of what dysautonomia is?" And he said
And that
yes.
was relieving.
That
And
made the whole situation so much easier. And he's like, "Do you want me to go ahead and check your vitals?" I was like,
yes.
"Yeah," but I was like, "You know they're gonna be normal now." He was like, "I know, but I can go ahead and check them because, of course, with your vitals." And we got talking. I was like, it took me like over 10 years to finally get my diagnosis because everything always like normal. And he was like, that's how it goes. I was like, it's only bad like in the moment before you drop, and then everything levels out. And so of
I'm just
course,
glad. I'm just glad she's okay.
yeah, I'm okay. Of course, like it'll be a thing like where obviously monitor me for the next 24 hours and make sure like just in case like I did hit my head or something, which I don't think I did. I do have a
And
headache.
that's what I was immediately feeling for too when I supported her head, was to see if there was a knot or anything like that.
Yeah. Like I've got a headache and it's kind of like about right here. So I don't know. know I was right there by the door, like in between the door frame, so I don't know if
The
like
neighbor said that she didn't hit her head, but we don't know.
yeah. Well, Amy, she was sitting in the chair that was facing the other direction, and when I came to, I was like behind that chair, and there was a door frame on either side of me, so there's a chance that maybe my head hit the door frame. I don't know. It's not hurting like it has in the past, so I think I'm okay. But of course they checked my vitals, all of that. My nerves are shot. And this is just a part of it. And I told Austin before we even started trying to conceive and, have this baby that things would slowly get worse. And they have been. Like, if you guys go to my Instagram, y'all will see, like, all of my blood pressure readings, like, what my blood pressure readings have been lately. And so I've been staying really low.
And
And,
and it shouldn't be that low because you've been getting your fluid intake has been
mhm.
upped. They upped your fluid intake,
Yes, they
and
have.
your blood pressure is still staying low, which is another concern of mine.
And that's just due to the pregnancy. So the pregnancy directly triggers dysautonomia. So when you're pregnant with dysautonomia, everything gets worse. And there's no medications they can put me on. So basically, all we can do is try to keep me pumped full of fluids to try to stabilize my blood pressure. But that's no guarantee that it's going to do that. And so with Liam, I started passing out every day, sometimes multiple times a day. And so I feel like I've learned a lot. I feel like my biggest concern right now is just like I'm a little sore in the stomach. So I don't know if that's just from like impact. Maybe like the baby just kind of got like flopped around or something.
Wondering why Mama just went unconscious.
Yeah, that's probably the baby's like, Mom, what'd you just do? So, but he was moving around afterwards, like once we got me up in a chair. He was moving.
He was trying to wake you up. He was in there like, hey, something's wrong. Hey,
Mommy,
hey, knock knock.
who's there? So my nerves are a little shot. I feel blah. The neighbor, she said, what was it she said? Something about I was looking away.
Kind of pale.
Is that what she said? It's kind of pale. I don't know. She was saying something
A
about
little
like I just
tired, like a little like fatigue.
like I just wasn't looking right beforehand, and then like I kind of started like she said I was kind of started like swaying a little bit, and then all of a sudden my vision just went black, my body went weak, and I'm so used to the feeling of fainting that it's become this like I've trained myself to do it, which is something I recommend for other people. If you can start trying to train yourself to go into that sitting position, that like you're gonna sit in a chair because hey, you're about to fall anyway. Like you're gonna hit the floor either way. So I would much rather hit the floor and my butt take that impact than my head take that impact. And so go to sit and kind of like lean back, especially like if you're pregnant, you don't want to hit your stomach.
I mean, of course, it's sudden, but if you've experienced it, more than once, of course, it's good to recognize those signs
Mm-hmm.
as quickly as possible, and if you feel like it's about to happen,
Yeah,
react,
sit down, and
react.
that's what I usually am able to do because it's something that I've dealt with for so long. But
Get as low as you can to the ground.
right, but with the pregnancy, the farther along in the pregnancy I am, I'm 20 weeks now. I'm in my second trimester. But
Yay.
you know, but the farther along I get, the less reaction time I'm getting. So I'm not getting those warning signs as soon as I used to. So even my pre-syncopes, all of that is becoming a lot more sudden. And so that was the adventure. We were having a good night. We had this really nice date night. I was trying to vlog it a little bit, like I got all pretty. And then my pregnant butt goes and passes out. And it scared my husband and friends and neighbors to death and all of that. So I figured I would share that story with you guys while it was fresh, which, if anybody's wondering, the baby is kicking me right. Come here, come here, come here, come here. He's giving me some good ones. He just gave me like some really big ones. So, baby seems fine because he is very.
Everyone put your hand in.
Okay, hang on. That's fine. So,
Everyone put your hand here. Touch your screen.
everyone does this great. So, he just gave me a couple of like really big kicks. I don't know if Austin's gonna be able to get one, but he did give me a couple of really big kicks just now, so he seems good. But yeah, um, I really wish I would have had Max down there with me. I didn't think I was gonna be gone long. I didn't think it was gonna happen, and she has a bunch of dogs down there, and so I try to just like keep Max away from her dogs because one of them likes to attack from time to time, and I just try to like keep Max away from that, because one of the dogs has like went to attack Max, and Max turned around and like Max didn't like draw blood or anything, but Max turned around and snapped back at him because this dog bit Max. Max turned around and kind of bit him back, and the dog after that just like left Max alone, but still like Max wasn't hurt, this other dog wasn't hurt. It was very much just like Max was like, don't you freaking do that because like I'm gonna do it back. But I just don't like putting Max in that situation, and so I didn't bring Max with me, so that happened. But I've honestly been expecting a bad syncopal
You are
episode.
expecting.
I am expecting. But I've been expecting a bad syncopal episode for the last few weeks with what my blood pressure's been and everything else. I knew it was coming. I'm just hoping and praying that they don't continue to get worse. I'm hoping and praying that my blood pressure will start to stabilize more. And I mean, this is the lowest it has been in a long time. And it's staying low, which is the other scary part. My back hurts.
1, 2.
Okay, well, you didn't hit the floor, so.
Oh yeah.
Seeing how I'm feeling, like, later tonight or tomorrow, we'll debate, like, if I go to the doctor or not. I'm pretty sure I'm okay. If anything, I may have just, like, a little sprain or something. It's just a little sore. Kind of like whiplash, I guess. So, yeah, that happened. Like,
Do you have a headache?
it's a little bit, but not bad. It's, like, right up in here. Which, feel that. Does that feel like a knot right there? I feel like
I mean,
maybe I did
I'm
hit.
not. Did you do a front flip to hit the top of your head?
No, but I'm wondering
It
if
does feel like a knot,
I'm
actually.
wondering if maybe my head hit the door frame
Oh, that could have been a possibility.
because wasn't I was kind of like in between Drew's
Yeah,
bedroom door
the
frame.
wall was right there. That could have been a possibility.
So okay, there's a chance I may have hit the door frame, because that does feel like a knot. That's kind of where it hurts. So how do my eyes look? Is there a flash on here? Hey, turn your flash on. They didn't even check my eyes. Hang on, you guys. We're going to do an eye check and you can watch. Okay. So you're going to flash on to the one eye and flash off. And make sure they're dilating. Make sure one's not blown.
Right, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do it a little quicker than that. You want to see the response time.
Yeah. It's responding.
Alright, other eye.
Yeah. It's responding.
Okay, so pupils aren't blown. Pupils are responsive, which is always good. And so usually that's what I look for as far as that. So I guess just if my headache gets worse, because there's definitely not right there. So I may have hit the door frame. But
It's a good thing you're hard-headed.
I know it is. So I think I'll be fine. If something happens and like I end up going to the ER or something at any point, like I'll go live and like give you guys an update. Otherwise, if I don't do that, like I'm good. So you guys don't worry about that. I've been yawning a lot and like trying to catch my breath since.
Yeah, yawning,
Lack of oxygen.
excessive yawning is a sign of, lack of oxygen.
Yeah, which, kind of goes with. So if my
It's also midnight where we are.
if my
And
systolic has been down in the 40s, that's how, you know, your blood is pumping through and reabsorbing its oxygen and everything. So that also explains that my body's just not absorbing oxygen very well right now. And so, yeah, there's that story. So that just happened. So I'm going to drink some
hopefully
Sprite.
all of you are having a great day today.
Yes, I hope you guys are. And I'm good. I'm fine. Y'all have been commenting. Oh my god. Alright, let me try to scroll through your comments real quick. I'm about to get off of here and rest. Do, 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 do. Yes, the neighbors were spooked. How are my flutes? My flutes are good. I was supposed to get them today, and I told her not to because my arm needs a break, so she's gonna come out Thursday.
6 infusions a week. That's wild.
Yes,
That's
6
wild.
infusions a week, and my arm just needs a break right now. Let's see. Yes, I'm okay. Yes, I do have a wheelchair, and I use it when I really need to, but I didn't think this was going to happen. I thought I was okay, because we've been out all night, We went to Applebee's, and we got some dinner. Like, hell, I was even wearing high heels, which I rarely ever wear. Will I take Max with me next time? Well, Max is right here. I don't like walking Max down there to the neighbor's house just because one of their dogs likes to get aggressive, and I really just don't want Max getting bit. So, yes, this will post after the live. I had my phone with me, but I guess I can't really use my phone if I'm not conscious. I feel like I was gonna pass out. It was very sudden, so like before I got pregnant, I had very like really good warning signs, and like the last few weeks it's gotten to the point where it's like almost instantaneous, and I'm just not feeling like it coming on as early as I used to. Let's see. I'm okay, guys. I'm okay. No, I'm not going to the hospital. This literally happened. Like, I just got back up here to the house and laid on the couch, and like 10 minutes went by, and I was like, babe, I think I'm just gonna go live and like tell this story while it's fresh. Yes, yes, the baby is moving. Somebody asked that if the baby was moving.
Don't want me to pass out on my couch.
How long ago did this happen? Well, I've been live for 25 minutes. So this happened 35, 40 minutes ago. Yeah.
roughly.
Yeah, roughly 35, 40 minutes ago. I am about 4.5 months pregnant. But yes, 20 weeks, second trimester. Preeclampsia is high blood pressure, usually, and mine is low. Yeah, my brain doesn't work. Yes, dysautonomia is when your normal autonomic stuff doesn't work. So it affects dysautonomia is the medical term for autonomic nervous system dysfunction. So heart rate, gut movement, blood pressure, all of that stuff you don't think about, freak out and just behave weird. So your autonomic nervous system is in your brain and it controls all of that. So I have dysautonomia, which is autonomic nervous system dysfunction. So my stuff just goes haywire. Yes, we are about to get some rest for sure. Excessive yawning can be issues with your heart. Yes, that kind of goes back to the
Oh my
dysautonomia.
goodness.
So, I get tachycardic, so my heart might get up to like 160 beats a minute. And so I'm sure after all that episode, I was starting to feel kind of tachycardic, so I was trying to like kind of get away and like, get back up here. I just wasn't feeling well, and then bam. Yeah, pregnancy was short in the time period. We're not releasing the baby's name yet.
Who, baby A?
Baby A. Yes, excessive yawning is common after dysautonomia episode. I use the intensity and duration of it to gauge how bad the episode was. I've been yawning like nonstop. It's been pretty bad. And so this one, I feel like this episode was like really rough. It was really unexpected, but it was pretty rough. Like I feel it. I can feel it in my body. Like nobody understands like how it feels afterwards unless you've been through it. But it is. This one was a rough one. It really was. I'm trying to read your comments really quick. I do have a wheelchair, yes. Is it hard living with dysautonomia on a daily basis? Like, is it harder than other days? Yes, absolutely. Just dysautonomia in general is harder. And then there's days, like, I guess now, that were really, really bad. Yeah, everything's okay, guys. I'm alright. You just gotta learn how to cope and manage. So, alright, guys, I just wanted to, I guess, share that with you guys because I know a lot of you experience similar episodes and you guys are not alone. It happens. It happens to me. It's all of that. And so it's, you know, I don't want to say it's normal, but it's normal. It's okay. It's no, you will make it through it and you will push through it and you will hopefully be okay. So, thank you guys. I'm 20 weeks. Um, I'm not sure if I have any thyroid problems for sure. I've always had an overactive thyroid, but I know my mother does have some other medical problems as well. So I'm going to hop off of here, you guys. I'm going to get some rest. I'm sure my husband is still pretty worried about me. And so I'm going to get some rest and I'm going to get some rest. And like today, I've been waking up at like 9, maybe 10 o'clock lately. Today I slept until what?
It was
12?
like 12:30 at least.
Yeah, like I slept a lot today, which I'm pregnant, so, normal. Chronic fatigue, normal. But I'm exhausted right now, so I think I'm gonna get ready for bed and go to bed soon. And I will try to update you guys some tomorrow. So just look out for an Instagram post because I don't know if I'm gonna go live. Tomorrow is Wednesday. There will be a new video up tomorrow. That was pre-scheduled, so it will be uploaded. It'll go public tomorrow for you guys. So, as far as any updates go, if you guys want to see those updates, just check out Instagram. So alright, you guys, I love you, and I will see you all later. Bye.